I will happily be the first to say it. A man in a Mercedes is not a man. That's a bad. In fact, a man pulling up in a Mercedes is a bad waiting for you to hold his purse. Look, babe, I don't make the rules. It's just a feminine car. I genuinely, it's not me. When you look at it, it looks like a feminine car.
In her defense, it does kind of look like a feminine car. And society has blinded a lot of these men into thinking that these brands, that this is what makes them more attractive to women. Y'all let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about all that. When you're down there, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. All right, let's get to the rest of the tape.
What the does that mean?
That's one hell of an intro. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. I'm a catch.
Sweetheart, telling yourself that multiple times is not going to change the outcome. If it's true, you can just say it one time. We get it.
What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women?
Contrary to popular belief, all of that is still very much so happening. But what's more concerning is, why isn't it happening for you in particular?
Back in the day, dating was so much easier. And it was fun.
How the would you know that dating back in the day was enjoyable? I know you weren't dating then. How do you figure that things were better back in the day? It's probably the same as it is now. The only difference is we have social media, so everybody gets to get on here and tell their 2 cents about that really doesn't fucking matter about dating.
Today's dating is hell. You give a guy your number, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them until like 3 to 4 days later. What was the point of me giving you my number? If you're not going to text me, I don't get it.
Okay, I'll do my best to try and provide some insight. You are what we like to call a bench player. You only get in the game when we call your number. Literally. And like any player for any sport, they always have a difficult time going to the bench, especially when they think they're a starter.
The talking doesn't go as far as the actual act. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. What happened to men actually planning dates?
Well, if you must ask, y'all told us y'all didn't want to go on dates unless it was somewhere extravagant. Y'all was saying that if the date is not $500 or more, then it's not even a date. The average U.S. citizen can't afford a $500 date randomly, let alone multiple times within a month. Y'all also shame men for wanting to take women to the Cheesecake Factory as a first date. Did y'all forget? Y'all got on every podcast, on every mountaintop, on every social media platform, and told us this repeatedly. So now we are actually taking heed to what you guys were actually saying.
How do you date in today's society? I do not chase men. I don't do it. I did it once, but never do it again. I don't got time to be dating no guy that don't have no money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound shallow, but I've dated broke men my whole life.
Well, since you brought it up, the concept of broke is something that you guys don't comprehend very well. Y'all will call a man that makes $70,000 a year broke. And in the same breath say that you deserve a man that makes above $200,000 a year. But y'all refuse to accept and understand that those guys don't want y'all back. So if your dating history is broke men, I think that's where you should stay. That's where you've had your most success. Why change it up? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No pun intended.
I have. Now I'm in a place where I have money and I want to travel and I want to see the world. I don't want you to buy me nothing because I can buy it myself. That's not what I want. I want you to have the financial stability to pick up and go on a trip. That's all I'm asking.
Even if you made $150,000 a year, you can't just pick up and go as you please. Whether you be an entrepreneur, whether you work for someone's company, you still have to answer to somebody.
Oh, you're just very intimidating. What the does that mean? How do I come off intimidating when I'm the most socializing person ever?
If you are, that wasn't very convincing. But you know what? You ain't got to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Any of you fellas signing up for this one? She starts this clip off by saying, trying to wonder if her standards are too high, and then immediately goes into these high standards. I doubt she's even watched this video after she ranted out loud about it.
Ladies, because of how you are wired, you can be a great asset to your husband, but you can also be a great asset to Satan. The Bible says that the type of woman that is of great value to God is a woman that is meek and quiet spirited. Meek, not weak. But this day and age, when you say meek, that's what they hear is weak. No, meekness is a sign of strength. You being able to control your emotions and control your mouth and control your attitude is a sign of strength. You setting it off in Walmart and we see you on CNN. That is not a sign of strength. That's a sign that you're crazy. Up in there with a bonnet and yellow house shoes on and pajamas, cussing everybody else out. because they tricked you out of 10 cents. Yeah, you don't need to bury nobody.
The crowd didn't really react to that last part because they know a lot of them be in the grocery stores doing exactly that. And me personally, I've lived around people like that before, so I know exactly what he's talking about. They're the ones that just want to pop off for literally anything. Be it they probably understand that no one's going to actually hurt them, so they feel untouchable. And they also think that's the way they should act in order to show strength as a woman. That they should get mad at everything, yell, and demand. Those are exactly the type of women men stay away from and should stay clear from.
I'm constantly amazed how many women think feminism is a good thing. Women have been so lied to. Feminism was created to separate families. We valued our sense of independence so much that it took away our strong sense of family unit. Kids are being raised by government childcare. Women are working just as many hours as the men are, but are still expected to go home and take care of their children. It's a 24/7 job to be a woman living in America. This isn't the American dream. The American dream is living off of one income, the man provides, and we depend on them. The American dream would be women taking care of themselves, the home, their children, their husband. Women are meant to be gardening, cooking good food, nurturing the ones that they love. That's when women get a strong sense of self, and when they're in their true feminine energy, that's when they thrive. You cannot convince me that women were meant to work a 9-to-5 job just like a man is. You see other women being taken care of. Maybe they're cooking, they're taking care of the children, and they're being there present. And you think, wow, I would love that. When a woman is in her soft feminine era, she thrives. And that's what any woman wants. Society has brainwashed us to think independence is a good thing, when in reality, it just breaks families apart. Now, don't get me wrong, I think feminism can be a good thing, but I just feel like it shouldn't have come at the cost of losing the family unit. Nobody has a strong sense of family, and why is that? I would strongly suggest that feminism, independence, been girl bossing a little too hard, took away the strong urgency of having a family.
What do you mean women aren't meant to go to war, do roofing, do plumbing, electricity, fix the fan blades on wind turbines, go into the sewers, do things that men predominantly used to do? I don't know about that. Don't speak too loud. I'm pretty sure the feminists will hear you. Look, sarcasm aside, long story short, if you have a household and things need to get taken care of, you both should work as a team. And that includes sometimes taking on the other's duties that you would normally have put on them. And if they're not able to do it, and it needs to be done, why don't you go ahead and take out that trash out? Oh, she's sleeping? Why don't you go ahead and get the bottle and food ready for the family? That's just my 2 cents on it.
So many women over the age of 40 are single. Why do you think that is?
This is a big conversation. There's lots of different reasons. One is that we live in a time where women are making more money than ever and are more independent than ever. So a lot of them are choosing to be single or choosing not to get married. Let's say they're in a relationship, but they're choosing not to get married because they don't see the point in getting married. Whereas in the past, especially through a heteronormative lens, it would be you get married because you need financial support from your husband.
This is why you hear the saying that they actually don't like you for you. The saying that men actually love and women don't. They would choose the king if they had the ability to because of what he could provide. And now, men have made it so convenient for women to live, and they're now making their own money. They all collectively think all over the planet that they no longer need you, because that was your whole purpose to begin with. And since your purpose is taken care of, even in the bedroom, it's already taken care of by things they can buy online. Why would they use you for anything? And nowadays, it's gotten to the point where when the women get older, they start asking for a man simply because they no longer want to work. Now they want to pass the torch of that labor back onto you. And that's what makes it so sad, because overall, all in all, they don't care about you at all.
And you need other things, but you want to build a family, you want to be at home, and your husband would be sort of the one sort of monetarily supporting the family.
I don't mean any harm when I say this, but at my age, and this is just personal preference, okay? We're not friends if you never introduced me to your wife or your girlfriend. Like, we're absolutely not friends. Caveat there, if we're co-workers, different situation, I don't need to know your wife. okay? But if you think that you're gonna be texting, calling, FaceTiming my cellular device in my DM, asking me questions, or like, if treating me as a friend, and I ain't never as one to say to your partner, get the okay, get the. That's how I'm coming this year. That's how I'm coming this year. We're not friends. We're not friends if me and her not friends. So please move around. No, I'm not hanging out with you. Stop calling me. I don't care. Move around.
The captions are a little deceiving here. She's referring to not being the man's friend if he didn't introduce her to their wife. No, I personally don't have any issue in this. This is her personal preference and how she wants to go about her life. That's fine. But what do you guys think? In the comments down below, let us know, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video so we can go ahead and show you more tapes. Speaking of, I have one right here for you. Go ahead and check it out.